In my life, I have also learned that hope is found in unlikely places. I think about Greensburg, Kansas, a town that was completely destroyed by a tornado, but is being rebuilt by its residents as a global example of how clean energy can power an entire community, how it can bring jobs and businesses to a place where piles of bricks and rubble once lay.
Looks like now a tornado emergency has been issued for Greensburg now. They are tracking that large, extremely dangerous tornado located about 5 miles just to the south of Greensburg. Dave, you were tracking that and showing us just now on
This is a situation where the National Weather Service has confirmed a large tornado on the ground.
It was an awful noise, like a roar.
You felt like your ears were going to blow up. I mean, I'd never felt anything like it.
Public health became a much more important part of our community following the disaster. It actually became all public health workers coming together, and this was public health in action.
Massive, massive damage. That's the only way I know how to describe this, Jay.
The town was just utterly destroyed, a 2-mile wide town, and the tornado itself was 1.7 miles wide. And folks in town were completely uprooted.
Emergency vehicles began delivering patients within 90 minutes of the storms.
I never felt so helpless in my life as I did then, when you have nothing. I had my dog and my purse.
It's not home anymore. We don't have a home.
For our community, it took a lot of factors and a lot of groups coming together to provide public health. None of us were thinking, how do we get past this? What are we going to do? It was just, how do we live right now? Within 24 hours of our disaster, we had a lot of outside resources coming in. We had incident command meetings where everybody that was involved in the recovery all met together twice a day and discussed the things that we needed.
The very basic needs became very important to the people in our community. We made arrangements for them to bring in these portable bathrooms, putting them on street corners.
Kind of jokingly, I said I could use a hospital. And a gentleman, Matt Mercer from the Adjutant General's office, said, I've got something for you. Let me make a phone call. And within about 20 minutes, he came back and said, I have a hospital. Where do you want it?
We have hydration stations running all up and down the main streets, north-south.
Our primary basic concern was food and shelter, taking care of the immediate needs, getting them relocated and helping them to come back to Greensburg.
Wonderful.
They helped us with vouchers to buy groceries and other items that we needed that had been lost in the storm. Not only that, but they were just very compassionate, I guess.
Public health is the holistic approach. It's the physical, mental, emotional, and religious, spiritual care for the person, because all those work in harmony together for the folks to heal.
We have 105 local health departments throughout the state of Kansas. The regional area of public health departments was very integral at that time. And it was important to me that I could call them in the middle of the night, had phone numbers, and make contact and say, I need your assistance. We're bringing in vaccine, needles, gloves, and water from their communities to help us. We literally walked the streets with grocery carts and gave shots, whatever we could do.
I don't know how we'd have coped with it after the tornado if it hadn't been for all this volunteer help that come in right away.
Hi, Alma. How are you today?
Well, I lost a lot of my medicine, my blood pressure medicine, and the next day, I believe it was the next day, they did fill our prescriptions.
Thanks, Alma.
I was so thankful. You know, I'd keep saying thank you, but just didn't seem like that was enough.
There's a real emphasis on public health being more than just providing immunizations. It's going above and beyond that. I think even starting with with clean water, clean air, going down to physical health, nutrition, environmental health. I've been very impressed just how organized and how purposeful we move within public health.
A lot of people thought it would be a ghost town, never to recover, but they greatly underestimated the power of community and the power of roots.
18 months later, as I look out my window and I see a pile of dirt, and every day you walk down and something's being torn down so that it can be rebuilt. It takes every day to get up and say, we're going to do this. But I absolutely believe that we will do it. I absolutely believe we will do it.